Hi guys, Mr. Lee's here doing the higher paper from 2024, and we're doing paper 2 and we're doing question 4, where you have a graph here and you have a maximum turning point there. And for part A, it says determine the coordinates of the maximum turning point on the graph of y equals f of x take 4 plus 2. So what does changing y equals f of x to y equals f of x take 4 plus 2 do? Well, it moves it 4 units to the right and 2 up. So what's that going to do to the point minus 1, 3? Well, 4 units to the right will move it to 3, 3. And then if we move it up 2, that will move it to 3, 5, the 0.35. So there's it all written down there. So there we have it, 4 units to the right and 2 units up. So minus 1, 3 would go to 3, 5. And that's your answer there. Okay, and for part B, they're asking you on the diagram and your answer book, sketch the graph of y equals f dash x there. So what they want you to do here is sketch a graph of the gradient of that curve against x. So it's no longer y, it's the gradient. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to imagine what's the gradient of this curve against x. Well, the easiest ones to spot are these 2 points there where the gradient is actually 0. So my gradient graph goes through there, and over here the gradient is actually 0 as well. So the gradient of this black graph here that you see there is 0 there, and it's 0 there. So the red one is going to be my answer to the question here. So what's happening here? Let's have a look at this. This is a very positive gradient. It's getting less and less positive, and at that point there it ends up being 0. So this is represented by this line here. Very positive gradient, and then going to 0 there. Now what happens here to the line here? It goes negative, then it gets very negative, that's at its steepest, then it flattens out again, going back to 0. So that is illustrated by this here. And if you're trying to do this properly, this bit here should correspond to the steepest line on the original function there. Then what happens here after here, the curve starts going negative again. So the gradient starts being negative, so that's it there. So that one in red is my answer to the problem there. Okay.